All right, 2027, Derek. This is 2025, Derek. Saying good job, buddy. So I'm posting the first video today. I know you'll get the other 52 throughout the year. And 2027, Derek, is going to be pretty proud of us. He's going to be happy with what we did. We have a list. I should probably read it. Every day we're going to do a couple items on this list. So we've got walk backwards for 10 minutes. Heard that's good for the knees. And I'm trying to save mine. 45 and 25. I'll be coming up on 47 and 27. So, I'm trying to get better in 26. I want 47 or the 2027 Derek to just be so grateful to 2026 Derek that he no longer feels like 2025 Derek. And that's going to be great. So we're going to stretch 5 minutes. We're going to do those standing airplanes. I'm going to do an item off of the morning routine that could be 2.5 minutes of planks. It could just be the shoulder roll windmills for a minute, the neck roll. We're also going to have neck exercises. We're going to work out our neck. We're going to run 3 miles a week, all in one chunk or broken up throughout the week. And then we're going to cross the bridge, which we walk down to cross the bridge. That's 3/4 of a mile round trip. And you go down, cross the bridge. It's good for the ankles and stuff, walking a hill. I'm going to do something for the house, either like pressure wash it, fix the fence, clean out under the shed. I'm going to do something. And then I'm going to do something for the podcast that I either write a script, record something, do something, and I'm going to show it to Jamie so that I'm held accountable. I'm going to do that fascia posture bounce. It's like you get the best posture you can get in and you just sit there and you bounce for like a minute, and it's supposed to adjust your fascia. I don't know. But once 2026 Derek does it almost every day, 2027 Derek will know whether or not these things helped. Because if they did, then I can say for sure that my little brothers and my kids should do them, and probably anybody else that wants to not be constantly tight and sore and stiff and creaky and poppy, you know what I mean, right? I'm feeling older than I feel like I should, because I still feel like I did in my 20s, but I don't move like it, and I want to get some of that back. So we'll see if I can. And then also, I don't necessarily want to have a voice to be heard, because I don't know if I have anything to say. But I want to know that we have a microphone. The way Nick Shirley was able to tweet at the president today, and it was on PBD podcast, and they discovered that fraud in Minnesota, and or you could say alleged fraud if you want. I don't care what you want to call it. It looked to me like fraud, and I believe that there's fraud going on pretty much everywhere. I honestly believe that. I'm not going to get into all of the details, but there's fraud at different levels going all the way up of every big everything. Like that's why I don't think that fraud was worth killing Charlie Kirk over. I'm not saying they did. I'm not saying they didn't. What I'm saying is, like, I've seen posts where people are like, motive, and I'm like, I don't think that's enough, right? Like, I don't think, plus what they found, I don't know. Like I said, I think there's fraud everywhere. I just don't think that's worth killing somebody over. Now, I know people disagree, but I'm not here to get into that. I don't even know how I got down this rabbit hole at this point. What I was trying to say was we need a voice. Oh, there was fraud allegedly uncovered in Minnesota. No, it was definitely uncovered allegedly, as if it was fraud. Anyway, so things like that, I think, with Nick Shirley and PBD podcast tweeting at Trump and Vance and Kash Patel, like saying, hey, how can we help? And I tweeted it too. I was one of like first 7,000, I think, to say, hey, how can we help? I said, seriously though, how can we help? Like, I don't know if there's anything we can do as just the American citizens, as the American people. Is there anything we can do to help? Because if so, I would like to. I would love to. Instead of sitting back down here paying all my tax dollars into a group of incompetents, I'd rather just help myself. But, you know, is there anything we can do? It's a good question. But then I also saw Candace Owens got somebody to provide an alibi or something just because she teamed up with Ian Carroll, I believe, to kind of press him with more voices. I just realized that you've got real power if you get your word out to a lot of people, right? Like, if we want to talk to the president, it sure would be nice if we had a voice to him, right? You know, Charlie Kirk had that. Charlie Kirk is dead. Nick Shirley just tried that. Nick Shirley's in a lot of trouble. Now, I mean, I don't know that he's in a lot of trouble. He tweeted out another thing where somebody was, I guess, giving him death threats. Now, and a date for a death threat. The problem with that is any idiot can then just decide they're going to be the hand of the ex-God voice, whatever. And it's just sad to know what all can happen and what kind of a world we're living in. But even despite all that danger out there, I would like to know we've got a megaphone, right? Or know that we've got a voice. Know that we'll be heard. And right now, it doesn't matter if I got a voice or not, because if I'm not saying anything, the same is going to be heard, right? But if somebody has something to say, anybody, you know, then maybe my brother, my coworker, Jamie, if like anything happens, fireworks going off because it's New Year's Eve, but I've been watching enough stuff going on that I hear a loud pop, makes me nervous, and that's crazy. But I mean, you know, it was right here in the parking lot, so it makes sense. But anyway, I'm at the gym. I'm gonna go in and probably do one of these. Maybe I'll posture bounce right in front of everybody. But yeah. If this is my first video, just gotta do one a week for all of 2026, and we'll see what 2027 has. Thank you, 2025.